Hi, it's Ken from Taiwan, and I just want to say hi. And today we're gonna look at the card I am submitting for, let's see, what is it? April's mail call to Kristina Warner. On her channel every month, she has mail call where people send in cards, and she opens and gives a usually very positive response. So um, it's a confidence booster, and I try to submit every month. And it is May 3rd now, so I am late in sending in this one. April's birthday, so she opens it in beginning of May. And the reason is because for this card, I was waiting for some parts, and then anyway, and then now we're at Taiwan's Labor Day weekend, and post office is closed and stuff like that. But anyway, let's take a look at the card. I finally got it done, so it'll mail out Monday. I hope it gets there in time. But it is Joy and Luck. That's for Joy Luck Club, I'm mentioning, and that's teeny little mahjong tiles. I don't know if you can see it move. There you go. Basically, the theme for April is birthday because Kristina has her birthday in May, so she wants to open birthday cards in early May. And she is really into mahjong, so I thought of the mahjong theme. My mom is really into playing mahjong. She goes every week, and but there's a different kind of mahjong, I believe. There's Taiwan mahjong and there's American mahjong. Both are addictive, apparently. So I made this card. How do I describe it? It is a pull tab spin wheel that's also a shaker. So there's shaker bits in there. That's what I was waiting for. And it's also a pull tab, and it spins. And so this paper is thin. Hi, so sorry, jumping over to voiceover me. I just finished watching the mail call live, and the card for sure did not make it. So hopefully it'll get there soon, and I know it'll be there for next month. But because it's Christina's birthday, so and this card was made for her birthday, so I did want it to show this card and the theme, and hopefully present something a little different. And mahjong is, you know, according to my mom, in my blood. So, but we'll go back to the other voice. And I glued almost too many of these tiles down, so not too many are loose at this point. But it's so cute, these mahjong tiles. They're tiny. Look at my finger. They're that big. And I love this background because American mahjong, different than Chinese mahjong, is that we only have basically green and a very boring, everyone has the same set of mahjong tiles. But I saw that in American mahjong there is a very sort of southern Asian influenced, but it's mostly like Floridian feeling. I don't know why, but it's flowers and pastels. So, but the original idea was I had my finger hole punched out here. I was, you can pull it with the cover closed, but I realized without any instructions, you would naturally hold the card like this onto the spinner wheel. So if you pull, you're going to break the whole thing. So I covered that one back up so you won't think of pulling it. until you open it. Then you'll see I have the arrow, the length of the arrow that it will go to. So that's the card. And I use a color that's very unlike me, but very, I believe, American Mahjong-esque. So let's look at some footage of the making of this card. And I will go into voiceover mode for explaining the card. So this is not a tutorial or anything like that. I just wanted to explain the making of the card a little bit. So as you can see, I'm using the Spellbinder better press with a pattern that is, I thought, very American Mahjong-esque, and using C9 colors to blend. The reason I said Floridian is because it had, I always, when I look online, they have some pink and teal, and that seems to be the main thrust of the current sets. But here, basically, I build the spinner shaker circle first. You're going to have a base that is the color of that would be shown, and then to get some height, because even the tiny mahjong tiles are kind of not thick, but it has some thickness. So using heavy crafts, I cut out a ring, stacked some rings up of the circle to give it some space. And here's the tiny mahjong that is so cute. They're really adorable. And I'm gluing some of it down so not all of them are flopping around all at once. I think I glued too many of them down. And here I have the, I believe this is the top with the acetate. So that will hold in the mahjong tiles. So there are some prep work that needs to be done. First of all, here I am thinking about the thumb notch, because with the pull tab, if you don't have a notch, it makes it very difficult to pull, and it needs to go through the pretty cover layer and the base layer as well. So they were cut out, and then I used the smallest circle I can find to die cut in where the center of the spinner is. And I'm going to glue this Snap and Spin. I think it's from Pure Blossom Press, but it's usually just a spinner, but for my purposes, I'm gluing it on so it has something to hold on to. Think of this as a yo-yo. I'm going to sandwich this together and make it into a yo-yo, because I'm going to use string to use friction to pull it up and down. Here's the pull tab, and I'm just marking about from the top and then about 1.25 inches down. So 2 tiny holes punched in, cut a decent length of fishing line, and need to build a sleeve first to stabilize later the pull tab. So get it ready first. So here I insert the fishing line from behind. Use red line tape. It's better, it's stickier. Glue it down. Then from behind, I'm going to go around the yo-yo part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And then trim it down, and then that's going to go from behind again to the front from the top hole, and then using red line tape to tape that down. And this is when you know that we definitely need the sleeve as soon as possible, because the whole thing is shifting. So good thing we built it first. We have it ready. Now we just slide it on, and then, of course, this by itself is not enough. We're going to have to use foam tape to create 2 tracks by the side as well. But even just with that, we can test out the spinning. At first, it's going to act a little weird. You might have to tighten the back a little bit. It might not spin all the way around, but it'll loosen up and work. So here you can see with the foam tape, I have created a stop at the top so it doesn't go overextend itself, and 2 tracks on the side to keep it sandwiched in between, and so it pulls straight and not go all over the place. So there you go. It's still not spinning quite completely as later. And then I just had a Chinese design die cover, and here is the final card. I hope you like it, and happy birthday, Kristina. I'm so sorry that I couldn't mail it out any earlier to have it on time, so hopefully you'll get it soon, and this is for your birthday. Thank you. Bye.